Trojan Philly, what's up, man? USCJ here. Listen, we got to talk about the number one safety unit in the country. Where does USC safety unit come in at? I think it's going to surprise some people. I think they could be moved up a little bit ahead, and they actually let some of our guys off. USC has big time safeties. We've already told you guys this. Look, it's go time with them. It's on and popping. It's on and cracking. Look, let me just say this. I hope everybody's getting ready to have a blessed weekend Monday on Memorial for all those who paid the price, the ultimate price of sacrificing their life for us. We celebrate Memorial Day as a holiday, and we just want to recognize that and appreciate everything, all those who came before us. Now, we got to talk about the USC safety group. They actually left a guy off, man. They left a guy off, and we're going to talk about that. And I want to know from you guys, do you guys agree that the safety unit is where it's supposed to be at? So let's take a look at this real quick. Let's go. Here's the safety units that they got. Number one, this is according to On3. And you see here, this is from JGP Sports. They have them on Instagram. But look, they got Miami number one safety unit. And, you know, I know that they did have Bubba Bolin. He was playing, I think it was last year before last. He was doing pretty good. He was doing his thing. And I give them credit, but Miami, they saying, according to them, according to On3, this is per On3, they're saying that Miami has the number one unit. I don't necessarily agree with that. Miami defense last year gave up all kinds of points. And, I mean, they were horrible. You guys remember when they played against Texas A&M? But look, we'll go through this. We're not going to delay it. But this is Miami number one safety unit, according to On. Number two, they got Michigan. I can't argue at all with this. For the most part, Michigan defense was pretty good until they gave up all those points against TCU in the bowl game last year. They gave up a lot of points to TCU, man, and TCU kind of exposed that defense. But for the most part, that was a solid unit all last year. They probably continue to do the same thing. A lot of guys coming back. So, you know, I can't argue with Michigan being number two. Number three, they got Georgia. Georgia number three safety units. Georgia defense is solid every year. And until otherwise happens, you know, I can't argue with this one as well. They got a lot of guys that are coming back, and then they got some guys coming in, freshmen. So, look, that's an experience. 2 juniors, 1 senior, 1 sophomore, and then you got a freshman coming in. Look, I think that safety unit is going to still be a solid unit. All right, number 4, you see they got Clemson, and you see here they got 2 seniors, 2 juniors, and 1 sophomore. So it's an experience. Even though they gave us some points last year, you always got to give a team credit when they got experience coming back, because a lot of times that defensive unit that was young and learning to develop always don't get it the first time around. So second time around, when you get a defensive unit that's pretty much the same unit coming back, you got to give them a credit. So number 4, I'm not going to argue with that. But do I think? Well, let's go. Let's continue going to it. Number 5, they got Utah at number 5. Do I necessarily agree with that? Not necessarily, but they got a bunch of young guys that are going to be, you know, freshmen last year, but going to be sophomores and 1 junior. I think we got a better unit than them. You guys can hit me in the comment section. This is one problem I have. You guys already know Clark Phillips. They're losing him. Well, they lost him. He went to the NFL draft. But, you know, and I know he was a cornerback, but still, their safety unit, I think they're not more experienced than ours, and we'll take a look at this and see exactly where USC is right now. Number 6, they got USC, number 6 in the country with the safety units. And I'm going to tell you one reason why. One reason why I feel like we're the better unit, and you got to understand, they left some guys off of this list. Now, they got Caleb Bullock, of course. He's you know, like one of the number 1 safeties in the country, according to PFF. Max Williams is coming back, very experienced. Look at all that, though. Junior, senior, Bryson Shaw, senior, Zion Branch, freshman. And then you got Christian Pierce, freshman. But then how do you leave out Anthony Beavers? I mean, who's experienced? Who's, I believe Anthony's a sophomore. He's a junior. How do you leave out Anthony Beavers? And then how do you leave out Traquan Figgins. That makes absolutely no sense. So you consider those guys, you got to consider those two guys as well. I mean, Anthony Beavers actually played in games, opposed to, and I guess they're doing it by project. I don't know. I mean, how they're making it happen, but I think our safety unit is much better than Utah's, and we can actually move it up to, I would say within a top 3. Number 7. Oh, you see, I made a quick mistake there. I was getting ready to put up number 9, but you'll see it. You've seen part of it, but that was LSU. But number 7 is actually Ohio State, and they got experienced guys coming back. They got that guy that transferred from Syracuse, who's pretty, Jihad Carter. He's pretty good. He's a senior, experienced, and yeah, they got some big time players on that end. But of course, you guys know USC's safety unit is better than theirs. They're even rating it here as a better one. Number 8, they got Texas A&M. You see, they're kind of young too, though. They got like 3 sophomores, 1 junior, and then 1 senior coming back. They're pretty young. I guess they're basing it on their rating coming out because, I mean, they really didn't show a whole lot. You guys got to remember too that USC did lead the nation last year in turnovers, and our safeties had a big part. You guys know Max Williams, Caleb Bullock had huge parts and huge roles in that. And this is number 9. Number 9, you got LSU. They got quite a few guys coming back, but you got 2 freshmen, 1 sophomore, and then 2 juniors, junior and a senior. I'm sorry. So I mean, they're I thought they had a transfer guy, but I can't remember. I don't see him on here. They would have had his uniform, but LSU's coming in at number 9 with the rankings on the transfer on the starting safeties. And then number 10 is going to be Alabama Crimson Tide, and I kind of wonder. Everybody, they were talking about Jalen Key, guy out of UAB who transferred. Man, that guy is he's a beast. His body size is incredible. But I kind of wonder if Figgins, if that put a dent in their class, and where would they be at if Figgins was in there? I can't believe they didn't even name Figgins for us. But yeah, this is Alabama here. They're number 10 safety unit in the country. And, I'm kind of wondering about Alabama as far as their units. When you look at the safety unit, they're usually up there higher than this. And then you look at the quarterback room. I mean, I just kind of wonder how Alabama's going to be as a team as a whole. I know they recruited, but you just kind of wonder if they're starting to really, really, little by little, take steps back. You guys hit me in the comment section. Do you guys agree with these safety units? And as I stated before, they left off Anthony Beavers. I'm not going to leave him off. I just wanted to show you his picture, even though I mentioned it. They left off Anthony Beavers, and look, he's a big contributing factor. I mean, he comes up and lays wood. You guys know I had him on my show, had him on here, interviewed him, and look, man, it's go time with him as well. Don't sleep on Anthony Beavers as a safety at all. And then, of course, Traquan Figgins. You see him here. Even though I mentioned him, I don't want to leave him off as well. No, I wanted to show you that picture. You cannot sleep on him. High in the world. I know some projecting him. I'm projecting him. Possibly play nickel as well. But then he could be a safety too. I mean, he has that type of frame. And he can play corner. He can do it all. So look, you guys hit me in the comment section. You guys tell me what you think. All right, you guys hit me in the comment section. You guys tell me what you think. Where do you see USC safety unit at? I think they're the number 1. Especially when you consider the fact that they left out Anthony Beavers and they left out Figgins. I know some think that Figgins can play nickel or possibly corner. But look, I think he's going to play more of a nickel. I think he's the perfect nickel. Some think he's going to play safety. So considering that, you can't leave out Anthony Beavers and Figgins off that list. I mean, it's unbelievable. Look, you guys hit me in the comment section. You guys tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe. You guys already know where you can find me. It's going to be USCJ32 on Instagram, and it's going to be USCJ32 on Twitter. Listen, until later on, everybody stay blessed. Continue to stay blessed. Make sure, don't forget to make sure you get up, get out, and make some things happen. Until later on, fight on, fight on, fight on.